And on 2 days, we say Asankuma was off social media. Oh yeah, now the interesting thing is, Asankuma decided to gag some Kevin Taylor. Me, Obia Mami, let it be out. Nobody. So after Asankuma who said all that we saw was that Anan Ankuma Egigim went to court. And I'll catch a court to say they need to win, they need to call the case in his favor. When we saw a crumb for channel. So what you saw was now you saw Asankuma go to court. May the Kevin Taylor go court. Who is Kevin Taylor here? Do you know some Kevin Taylor? Do you know where he is? I've heard something. I am going to court. Tactics of gagging journalists. Bentel, Echel and Associates. That was the law firm. Thank you very much. Who is this? Namanyo. The law firm Asankuma was working with Bentel, Echel and Associates. Asankuma could not release a statement with Bentel, Echel and Associates letterhead. Or say, or you clean. The law firm no, why did he release a statement on a toilet paper and threw it out into the system? Asankuma is a thief. Into a court. And then he told the Ghana court to say, give me judgment in my favor. I want to sue some Kevin Taylor. It's a document, you know. You will see it there. It's Anan Ankuma. Or say, it's Anan Ankuma, house number 1920, Coconut Close, Batsona, Accra. On a plaintiff, you know. CJ 692, the case is there. This is his writ of sermons. 29/7/2019. Inti also will sue Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. Or the address we are sure I don't know anything about this address. Or the Loud Silence Media Swakaho, or the 291 East 3rd Street apartment 4A. Me, I've not lived in any maintenance address. It's a New York address. Me in New York, I used to live in Queens. So I don't know why somebody is suing Loud Silence Media in New York, New York. I don't know. I've never lived in New York. I lived in New York, Queens. So this zip code is not even Queens zip code. So I don't know where he manufactured these addresses from. And or manufacture we and call. Because me, I lived in New York, yes, for 6 years. I lived in Astoria. I never lived in this zip code with me. You are talking about 3rd Street, apartment 4A. Me. Go and check my American records. I've never lived in apartment 4A in America. New York. And this Nicky Lane thing, where is it coming from? And this is what Asankuma put together and took to court. Hey, I want to sue some Kevin Taylor in America for exposing my crime. Kwasiya. And when you look at the document, it says, an action having been commenced against you by the issue of this writ by the above named plaintiff, Anan Ankuma, you are hereby commanded that within 8 days after service of this writ on you, inclusive of the day of service, do cause an appearance to be entered for you, Kevin Taylor. Now, in some of the church, who are you writing to? Today, I just picked this from the internet. I'm saying, Kaimo. You are serving who from where at who? At where? The addresses you are putting there, it goes to who? So Asankuma put these things together and he said Ghana court, NPP court will favor him. Afena me church the mukrono omo bono. Ochi oma obiase oko. Oni Gabby, they manufactured address. Omumienu, they put up an address and they took it to court. They put an address together and they took it to court and they won cases. That is what I'm trying to let you understand. So when you go inside the wagon, I won't go deep because I want to talk about other things. Mr. S, did you find any document to show me? Thank you very much. So my team, Mr. S, this document, this letter, do we even have to read it? It is so long and it's unnecessary. So this is the letter that Asankuma actually put out. Time and our angel. Uncle say, or then the letterhead, this is Asankuma's letter that he released. You see the letter he released in his defense. He could not put his law firm letterhead. He just put Asankuma 24 July 2019. Obiankai, this is my official stand. This was his letter. To rebuttal a seminar or say Kevin Taylor Biakano. Now also a lawyer, we a lawyer, obi animuwa, oh yeah, a reputable law firm. Why don't you use your office address? Send your beya. When people want to respond to you, they'll respond to you through your emails, your office address. If it's even by mail or by hand delivery, they can. This is a piece of shit. Now you people see, you don't need to listen to this fool. So where is the bull? So when you read the letter, in the early hours of today, 24 July 2019, my attention has been drawn to a video made and circulated by one Kevin Taylor, full name Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. That's not my full name, I'm sorry. In my document, that's not my full name. Get it right. And made certain allegations against me, called me names, and generally defamed me in serious, unprintable language, as if it was followed by a barrage of insult and name calling on my Facebook wall by several faceless people. I immediately barred all comments on my wall. For the record, Mr. KK Amwa, the immediate past Iyoko boss, is not my uncle. He is a colleague lawyer, and I know him very well as we have the same hometown. I also consider him as older friend, as he considers me his senior at the bar. Also, in some Kevin Taylor can say, Mr. Amwano, any uncle no, in the Caribbean name of one in a few crowbar. Now, who is any senior brother? No, and also who say this senior brother in Eddie law. Kwasia, what you say in lefty? Oh, lefty for sorry. What you say in Jimmy say? What you say in Jimmy say about to me? This is his response. Now listen to him. And I am indeed the managing partner of the law firm Benzel H.O. Letza and Ankuma between March 2018 and April 2019. The firm was engaged by a Dubai-based attorney. He is admitting in his own letter. He said his law firm was engaged. If your law firm was engaged and your name has been mentioned, why are you not using your law firm letterhead to respond? Kwasia, the law firm had summoned him, say, hey, you have committed a crime, go and deal with it yourself. And even though he's admitting, say, yes, company from Dubai, Eba, the law firm, no, he cannot write this response on the letterhead of his law firm. Isankuma is a thief, a dirty riffraff. Or see, between March 2018 and April 2019, the firm was engaged by a Dubai-based attorney on behalf of UAE company. The work instruction did not mention or relate to either Men's Gold or Nanapia Mensa. Neither the firm nor I have been involved in any incident that allegedly happened in Dubai several months after we had been first instructed. Our instructions when the Dubai incident later came up were that the Accra matter we were handling and the Dubai incident were separate and unrelated. Wajiatum. Also, Dubai company bano nanso jena omudili asema na omudi wudwuma no na emfa na napia mensa Dubai case no. But what admit say it was the same company that came to him. What did they come to him to do? They came to tell Isankuma they are after Charles and Ade. And until I read down for Isankuma and a law firm was say we are after Charles and Ade. We have their photos, we have their videos, CCTV picked them. We are after these two people. And what has it got to do? It's got to do with a negotiation we have or a deal we have with NAM1. So he is trying to separate the two matters. Why did the Dubai company come to you? What were they looking for? Who were they after? What made them come to Ghana to hire a law firm? Who were they after? They were after Charles and Ade, who are partners to NAM1. Kwasia. Make sure go forward. Nobody should respect them. A Krobian can hang up when you know Kejetia. Tinkorani Kosko no motion say, Wemo na udisa abon ye nye biem. Ye de ye nye sa de bi. Kwasi afo de nam Ghana tete sorry there. Mu hwe junso ngo mo. Etuko enima. I'm finding it difficult to read this letter. I'll do my best. I'll say, neither the firm nor I have been involved in any incident that allegedly happened in Dubai several months after we had been first instructed. Our instruction, okay, I'm trying because it's an Odru also the client did not seek our opinion on the Dubai incident, and we preferred none. I see a Royal Diamond Fund buy no. Omona ambusa omanka dia to nam one with Dubai and omanka. Na omo beka asem foforo. Asem no so nka. Mo de mo men kind of letter no. I say every document or evidence that we received from the client and which was meant for the police was delivered to the investigator at the Commercial Crime Unit of the police. Chief Inspector Wisdom Samanu, we do not have any document that either implicates or vindicates men's gold or Mensa in any matter. They simply did not come up in those documents. Almost say, I don't know whether he's speaking for himself or he's speaking for his law firm. Because when you listen to his tone, some part of his tone sounds like I am speaking for my law firm. And some part of his tone sounds like I'm speaking for myself. So what is what? Which is here? What are we looking at here? If all these things went on in your law firm, why are you not allowing the law firm to release a statement so that people can reply the law firm? But he wrote this, is Anan Nkuma. This is the document. Now, Oko Enima Ochobi Bimamichomo. Our work ended when, on 14th April 2019, the firm and the client mutually terminated our relationship and we handed the brief over to another law firm on 25th April 2019. As at that date, the matter was still with the Commercial Crime Unit of the Ghana Police. Intiabeti is Ankuma Tono quick. And Okachom said he cannot be part of the case again because he had sat on TV to discuss the case, which he was the lawyer with the interested parties. Into the moment a scandal ni PNA is Ankuma quick. Okacha client and say he cannot be their lawyer again. He does not want to continue with the case. So they should hand over the case to somebody. He knew he had complicated himself. So he stepped away from the case. Where change to do because he could not convince Ghanaians say oye kromfo. He could not convince them say onyewi. After all this, he went to court. And when he went to court, did he go to court with a law firm? Now he went alone. I didn't try because you say you are part of this Encho law firm. Samuna muji case na so obi edifemu moi. We defame the law firm. So the law firm has the right to sue Kevin Taylor Chrono. But for some reason, the law firm took the money from the client. But you are the one going to court. We are talking about the matter. When you went to court, you said you were suing Kevin Taylor and Loud Silence Media. Because also some Kevin Taylor be what Loud Silence Media so edifemu. Now Adentina, ujina in the name of Encho as a lawyer and a partner of Encho, no? Why are you going to court individually? Why are you not going to court that I have defamed your law firm? Because you are part of the law firm. And if you're a criminal, the law firm is grooming criminals. We don't know which is which. If he's fighting for himself or he's fighting for the law firm. Client so a law firm no deal. So why are you so pissed off? This shows that forget about this. Ankuma is crazy. So this is his document. Where in his statement, the whole Ankuma, the almighty Ankuma, who is the most intelligent person. This is the document he was able to put out. I don't catch Ghana for say media menye bonnet. No, he could not convince the intelligence one too much. My main court because Gabby super court. So they coordinated. Gabby will address me. Also, my manufacturer address me. Oh, and from me, now me some file because you been judges on me boy. So Ankuma said he was going to court. Where Ankuma because he had the top from and also so he had the Baranzu Tradichi. Kwasia. Kevin Taylor Ben you know. Remember, I am an American. Into a court, no. This is what he got. My men show me the court quick. Now you Now me go back to necessary stuff. Into kaya ne rate of sermons ni. Now ko enima you will see say in that document, these are the issues that is Ankuma raising here. okay, from 16 now, a few things will say. Plaintiff avers that for purposes of substantiating these statements, defendant, that is me, published in quotes, no, or see Kevin Taylor, that is me, published of and concerning plaintiff in the same publication that plaintiff was therefore, in quote, in contact with Gabby, a prominent member of the ruling party, to make sure that Nam1 was discredited and tagged as a criminal. Some of the claims are Okoko say, and unsi engineer Sunimbu Assemblyman or Sememe say, Nadam for Gabby Oma Kamutia Bohon Omopeso Omugu Nam1 in the Masi. 17. Plaintiff avers that further to the statement pleaded in paragraph 16 above, defendants also published of and concerning plaintiff that plaintiff, and I quote, was on TV, radio, granted interviews, and made sure to point Nana Pia Mensah black for Ghanaians to think that this boy was actually practicing a Ponzi scheme. Or say, at the Kudientia court, engine has something to say, mimic us or no TV so, Cassa, Nana Pia Mensah, your crom for, Nana Pia Mensah, Jumadia Odino, and Nana Sebio Odi Bugana for, ain't he? Sansam, the court in Jinasum above video at Chemo. Tama is Ankumati join news. The other kind. Also, Nam1 is practicing crime. He's a criminal. He did not register his company. Nam1 Men's Gold. He was talking about Nam1 being a criminal. Into a Sankuma going to court to tell the court to say, Kevin Taylor said, he has said, Nam1 ya kromfono. And he na be trying to say, wo is Sankuma. What can I if even it is me, say, I am mimpoa. And I'm a kaya. The statement you yourself you made to the court in the show to say one kasa video my boy actually said you were sitting on Joy News. It's in Tankasa case no. Now if I'm on and kaya men and cause be jina court, I would have told the judge say even though this case and family hono, but the videos are there. Why don't you go and watch? A Sankuma ye view. A Sankuma ye kromfo. I've already played videos. Abra or lawyer Emma Royal Diamond for Oti news file discussing case no oko court so no de on kan bibia me se me why like is a case na mba me ho obi an serve me na nke serve me a. Now number 18, plaintiff avers that in terms of the statement pleaded in paragraph 16 and 17 above, defendant meant and were understood to mean that in the practice of his profession and advocacy, plaintiff conducted himself in an unprofessional manner in his self-interest and completely oblivious of the ethical obligations of the legal profession and to the public. Okojina court was Kevin Taylor and say, the oye no etia eye edwuma na awoye no. In fact, embrebia e ball law ho and as lawyers ho ban e wo Ghana e kire se ne omunye modwuma no. E sankoma say Kevin Taylor krobina na osu no. Kevin Taylor say ne kro no ne nkwase ade oye etia edwuma na oye no. Ose okoko de say no ntiase. These people are not smart, they are foolish. Omuti Ghana do muhura mo esankoma we case outside Ghana never on to me bo. Oti court na otiatia lawyer for bribe. Oninya case especially attorney general munya case no ma bontene no ma be catch journalist for no. This is what you have to say. You be record penomo pia bontoma granting interview. You we case no ma bontene na join news diomochi. Oh, you know, I told you that this was going to happen. These are pay as you go lawyers. They do nothing. Now, code number 17. I'll say plenty of verse that the imputation of ethical impropriety, again, plaintiff apart. Defendant further published of and concerning plaintiff that plaintiff, and I quote, a Sankuma basically committed crime. He committed treason. He sold his country. Yes, he sold his country to another country, all because of enviness, the greed. These people, he should come out and defend himself that he never knew from the start. A Sankuma should come out. End of quote. So, or stati, or say Kevin Taylor bit on social media, me, nobody served me. No belly from Ghana served me. I didn't see anybody give me a letter. So I cannot say it's me. The Kevin Taylor craze Sankuma say, oh, you know, these are the things say Sankuma show let a court to say, Omunjinas no man 20 million Ghana cedis. Enough of this. Now, Judge, you know, what did he do? What was his decision? And the name of the judge. And the name of the judge is this judge. Let me tell you his name. This is the judge. Mr. P. The name of the judge is... Mr. P, give me the name. I have about 4 names here. I need to make sure that we are talking. Yes, his name is... Mr. S. Justice Kweku T. Aka Buafo. Judge we na tena asem Inte sankuma so wakonya address bi. Wakonya address bi America. Wakonya nyoma bi inti judge no enhwe sa nyoma no na o ma $20 million is 10 million Ghana cedis. Judge na buja say Kevin Taylor Crona o kana asem no. Uni me bi owo. Kevin Taylor Crona why na serve no? Dear receipt the church Kevin Taylor Crona was say o de na be gina court no. Ya serve Kevin Taylor no man respond. Kevin Taylor Crona also was serve no America no. Wa respond to anything. Where is your receipt to show say a bailiff actually served Kevin Taylor? Judge Way did not do that. So judge today you moving to the appeals court. Your friend judge. My body didn't chemo. Your friend Justice Kwekuti Akabuafo. These are pay as you go people who make chemo. In all the documents I've been reading, Kevin Taylor Crono ye nimuno. Kevin Taylor Crono say bailiff request say echo 7 no till date court into me proving say this is the receipt that shows say a bailiff served that Kevin Taylor Crono address na is and command be judge no. So Kevin Taylor Crono judge ne say ya 7 no Kevin Taylor Crono emfa lawyer biamba court o. Kevin Taylor Crono and responded to any court in Ghana and so judge need to say can one some na me judge case no. Alright. Ghana na mechira. So this is the judge. He did the job. He was the judge sitting in the chair to make sure. And Gabby Ochedako judge ba na odi first case no on the Nako appeals court. Judge we so end ye the Nako appeals court. At the end there, ye book Kevin Taylor din kwa there ye be promote. Inti boga so appeals court. All right. Now, young the judgment nim. And the judgment, may pick a few points from his judgment. You may be okay. Let me read the show. Now, one guy's what's not gonna go. So I say, hey, judge, pa, or you good idea, and or you bad. This is his judgment. Yeah, jujum. Now, judge, the trans say obey any judgment, no, into any judgment, no. And then Wednesday. In the Superior Court of Judicature, in the High Court of Justice General Jurisdiction Division Court, Accra, held on Monday, the 24th day of February 2020, before His Lordship Justice Kweku T. Aka Buafo. Suit number GJ 1692-2019. Is Anan Ankuma is the plaintiff versus Kevin Echo Bedu Taylor, Loud Silence Media. They are the defendants. In Tuba, so our parties plaintiff present, defendants absent. Or no answer na judge be ready a judgment no from day one the case the court no or who defendant the lawyer or who defendant the response or who receipt that a defendant has been served. Still, the judge said he was going to read a judgment. Justice is so be ready. It is also on one judgment. The day he was reading the judgment, from the day he started following this case or sitting on this case, he has always spoke to only Isankuma and his lawyers. The other side is a ghost, but he will still read the judgment. Into the judgment now, the introduction is simple. The internet has sparked a communication revolution in postmodern society. It offers society great opportunities for awareness creation and self-expression, all necessary especially in democratic societies which are reliant on informed citizen participation. It has become a useful research tool for many people, including those in academia, journalism, and law. The internet is a communication medium which seemingly has no geographical boundaries. It is said to have judge be reading the judgment or Fred BB the introduction or the no asam answer or bidding komono or we internet or just internet the aba abobia lawyer for judge in the judgment in the introduction you don't want to perform swami for Judge introduction na me chechiri wa chiro no. Now yanko ne judgment no. Ye yi part bi na ma chiro. Now oko part bi a ya chiro bibi the plaintiff tendered in support of his evidence with regards to his accomplishments and activities the following exhibit. Inti esankoma court no or the nyoma echire echire se odimu or nipa bi o se court ni hwe denim na ye di sika no ma no or the ni nyina kan ne de ho ne evidence ho and or the court say judge uni me nyoma maye enie inti esankoma etam bag and o se sa nyoma waye owiase nyine gum say we kura gina so na wo sell wo hwe sa nyoma we hu na wo judge ma me nyoma ben na or the court judge no or say a correspondence from Lex Mundi, the world's leading association of independent law firms with a membership of about 160 law firms with over 21,000 lawyers in over 100 countries when he was appointed a director of the group. Or say, oh, sa adi we no kan ho. Inti judge ni muso no in party trupa. All presenting the documents no the way nyina kan ho say me na me yesankoma no sa nyoma me boss so che nyina kire say me midimu. Lawyer or criminal, lawyer or armed robber, lawyer or adulteress, lawyer, one medan of who be that, Kwasi Asem went to judge in Shahu, now almost $20 million. This is Ghana. Or say a brand TV to social media good in Masi, into lawyer judge, Shasanyo Mo am the good in me, into Shanyo Gumi, my met with the bonnet, judges over Mesha. Or say, Exhibit C and C1 documents confirming that he served as a panel member of the panel of arbitrators of the International Center for Settlement of Investment Dispute ICSID of the World Bank. In Tisanyo, which is a mean to me the bonnet. I don't think I know. Or tell judges or a concrete judge, a lawyer, only one of that. Sankra te go say, Yatia the for us law certificate, or Kokude Brothers of France, Ecoye law, Yatia, you win classmates. A Sankoma Sanyo Mako judge, the Sanyo will never judge case in the fast. Or say, point 3. Exhibit D, hey, Ghana bag was somebody did Ghana. A correspondent confirming the appointment of the plaintiff as the member of the International Court of Arbitration of the International Chamber of Commerce (ICC) between 2012 and 2015. Also, when you na me count, you appoint him or board so near the idea into shum and the bachelor say me dibem. Hey, sa concept we be hu bi abrojire. Sa concept we. Abrochire papa ben na sa concept we bekoso okapana ho into oni bone okapana ho into onje royal diamond for sika ndi okapana ho to all to me nya bone into judge ne hwe so justice so hwe boafo justice boafo so anya botre o say eni esankoma wo so aye adwuma o why adwuma pa just say why nya cheso to me ndi bone. Yeah, I'm showing the judgment. Is that the exhibit? Let me see. Oh, let me take this off. Sorry. I wanted to show you guys the exhibit. Yeah, I'm showing it. Thank you, Mr. S. So this is what I am reading. These are the things or the can nyoma ho kochire judge and say nyoma why into one hwese hu so ondi bone. I'm sorry, it still had the old one. Now, Oba IV, that's number 4. Exhibit D1. Confirmed the plaintiff as a fellow of the Aspen Global Leadership Network, which he describes as a worldwide community of over 3,000 high-integrity and entrepreneurial leaders from business, government, and the non-profit sector in more than 50 countries. The plaintiff is also a fellow of the Africa Leadership Initiative West Africa, ALIWA, the West African affiliate of the AGLN. Inti, when you naturally saw the party through on to be the bonnet duck. When is Sankuma judge Nijina Soka says Sankuma wini o me chiramo bivia me chiram de ogina Soka says Sankuma wini on some Kevin Taylor be hey Ghana oh ila Exhibit E, a letter of invitation from the Dominion University College when he had the honor of being the guest speaker at the university's congregation in 2017. Mr. Ankuma further testified that he was the guest speaker at the congregation of the University of Ghana. Also, oh, ya friend manako guest speaker near the no crutches or root in the bonnet. Gabby, what would you do? So, when you know the profile, I got to court to say court if you want on the bonnet, near 20 million. What's your sum? Wow. Into when I got to the court. Oko number VV. Number VI, that's number 6. A copy of an invitation letter from the Ghana Bar Association when the plaintiff was honored to be the keynote speaker at the annual conference of the association. Also, Judge, me crown put the Ghana Bar Association, my friend, me crown my guest speaker da. And no crack chest to me the money. And in your boy, $5 million scandals and no a chief justice. Now, cause you're just a lawyer. I go find here we have say, you engineer so near about $20 million. And I judge justice wife also say, oh, nice, Ace, you are very hard. His Aguma is watching. Where Jimmy Bruta. Hey, there's a whole good one I want to ask you. Now, when you go to number 7, a copy of an article from the 27th August 2018 edition of the New Yorkers magazine, when the plaintiffs work as a lawyer in international disputes. Also, New York magazine. Na me wife Juma New York magazine. Also, you're publishing a be or interest with Dimu. If you judge the judgment, no, or read way in a case, a Sankuma produces annual way. Judge Nano Asamo, or the Sanyo in Sankuma and lawyers the Breno. Emma, it's a counting obey the judgment, no. Sanyo or share whom. It won't say mean to me, and I said Nipana Ogues and Kumanimasano, on to me Gwes and Kumanimase into deserve 20 million Ghana. Judge Baf Boafu. This one, is it a CV or a what? When you are to Nina still they are still dealing with the ghost. The judge is reading a judgment in front of a ghost. Hey, Ghana, more to me on you. This is what the judge said. Okay, number 23. I start my analysis in considering the claim of the plaintiff, that is Sankuma, by first dealing with whether this court has jurisdiction to deal with the matter as it is tried, that any decision made without jurisdiction is void. Or, to put in a different way, is a court in Ghana the proper forum to deal with the plaintiff's case? Judge say answer no best at us we edi asem no any judgment na ba no o pese o magana 40 as say ne court no e wo to me say e wo say odi sa asem we ana court we the best place say asem a ekosi also tena so because the issue of jurisdiction obi ni Ghana yetumi bua no for obi nti ukrom na onye Ghana ni a na oya America ni a edi say Anderson Cooper eti CNN na o ka asem fa Esankuma ho a yetumi bua Anderson Cooper for abra 1 Yanko Sevo Anderson Cooper. Court enya receipt biase Anderson Cooper has been said by a bailiff. 2. There is nothing the plaintiff etuma to prove to court to say nipa na or 7 no we hu na say ohun no. Judge ni say obechirem adekodi ntia ono ne court no wo ho kwan say Esankuma asem no de ba na also tena so. I have posed this question because the published video was not made in Ghana and the defendants are not based in Ghana. Judge and say question where Obusa said and the court no who kwan say otna case we so no ade kudi enti Obusa question say video na ye ka ho asem any publication no ya anya no Ghana every Ghana. Okay, must say having considered the issue I am of the view that the test ought to be whether or not there is a real and substantial connection of the plaintiff's claim to the forum, which is Ghana, and the connection of the defendants to the forum. Or see, dear Edana Nimuna or Busa Sansebu Ginano, I was said or no at the end of the day, no, Emma Ghana 40 as say, dear Esan command the bar, Ebefa, Sa Kevin Taylor no, or what. Our case, no court to say, was said ye all preno yademana na young queen judge in a judgment or send a judgment ni. Ya win kwane and I can cry, I don't care. Number 4. In this case, I am satisfied. I mean, you said yes. In this case, I am satisfied that this court can exercise jurisdiction over this matter on the basis of not only the traditional private international law grounds, but also on the basis of the real and substantial connection as a legal concept. Or say, on the same way, who say the court no one who quine. Or who quine pinting say assem way also dear seminum. Okay. Accordingly, I am of the opinion that a real and substantial connection exists for the purpose of assuming jurisdiction against the defendants who are foreign-based because the case fall within one of the connections set out in the rule of service out of the jurisdiction of Ghana as provided for by Order 8, Rule 3H of High Court Civil Procedure Rule 2004 CI 47. Or say, sir, Oshadi done nim na Oshadi court wana. O wuni say asemna is ankoma de betu de nim. Emom nipana is ankoma de ba court no. On free Ghana. Asemna yankane Ghana. No wuni say asemna e wo Ghana connection bi. Asemna ye didi hun komoni nyina no. De is ankoma de ba no. Otumi twetwe nhoma ne hu say e wo connection bi a ene abrochire wo connection bi. Na ne court no wo ho kwan say asemna ne abrochire ene nipa na odi Ghana kura wo connection nkwa de o ho kwan say otena case ne so. Judge Judgem. Judge Wafu. Oi, Judge don't know. These are jokes, oh. This is where we are as a nation. Politics. Politics. As say BBR. NPP. Nanado Dankwa, Gabby Ochedako, Bamti, Oforiata Bedie to NPP. Anything and there, you be say. Who blame me, Judge? No. Majority of our judges, they are under a spell. They are what? They have been handcuffs. Because at the end of the day, ultimate judge were one court for 20 years. You need a promotion. So can you blame the judge fully? No. You need to attract the boss's eyes. So you need to do something. Make sure your English and your grammar and your judgment really attract the eye of the boss. That is what we are seeing here. Judge, no. Judge Wafu. Quite brofu. Now, young court number 25. I said this court takes the position that the thought of defamation occurred in Ghana, even though the defendants are based in the United States of America, for the following reason. Or say court way, adwinimuno. Omuhuni said defamation in Ghana. Judge Boafo say, on any court adwinimuno de from the way who say adie ne kan abrochire na e Ghana connection no into on any court de pampe no ne court de who say defamation no sa asembone no esi wo Ghana into on the basically he's dealing in Ghana on the emfa ho on o ne court no who say asem no e Ghana asem. Now he goes on to say this. First, the defendant intended the video to be watched and shared in Ghana. Or say adikudienti o jina so kase case we a Ghana case ni say nipa na friend Kevin Taylor no e video no na nipa na adwini mu no opese Ghana fo na hwe. How do you know, Mr. Judge? How do you know? Say nipa na yes video no the intention was for Ghanaians to watch. How did you know? How did you come to that conclusion, Mr. Wafu? So right now you are a psychologist, you are an anthropologist, you are a gardener, you are a card reader, you are a psychic. The judge said, on the audio, said a video Ghana for. How do you know? Also, him said the panel friend can tell a video no or Ghana for. How are you able to sit in your court to know what was in the head of the person who did the video? Hey, Judge Boafu. Ghana, the reasons in your case is uncommon no. Because there's a Ghana connection in the video. Hey, call Pornhub go here. Yet to me the Nigerian video. I say Pornhub. Nigerian video the whole. Into the moment of when Nigerian Pornhub video there's a connection in Yoruba land. Hey, you want for no. It's me about phones this here. That's a Judge Wafo. Ebia 2 weeks ago, Oko porn site, nebia flash me this way. Na chesa angasa oh your porn addict. And in my head, you know, I will see you as somebody because ebia video na me hu you know. Now the video was about child porn. Ebia now your research be and na Oko be child porn. You wanted to read about child porn. And I saw phone mu. Into me now phone na me be na and I'm who say oh child porn article. Can I say you are somebody who is interested in child pornography? Can I conclude by saying that the moment I make child porn or phone, you basically I can think for you and say you Judge Boafo, you you'll be watching child porn. No, I'm just saying we are all in legal fields together. I'm trying to also make a case here because you can sit in Ghana and know that Kevin Taylor what he was thinking. Hey, Judge Boafo. Now, I'm comedy. Hey, Ghana is a comedy channel to God. Now, Shadia Okorenim. Secondly, the defendants are aware or ought to have been aware of Mr. Ankoma's ties to Ghana, or that he has established a significant reputation in this jurisdiction. Or see, Nipana na oye video no, also nim, also on one kasa tia say, Sankoma ni patiti wo Ghana. Judge, wadane lawyer. How should a person know? Do I have to know, or does he have to know every lawyer in Ghana their reputation? The judge is basically judging this case based on the evidence Sankoma gave him to believe in. It just say, na nipa na oye video no, na nkoso who say Sankoma in the particular lawyer titiri Ghana. Hey, yeah, we are Americans, so we don't know which lawyer is a titiri lawyer in Ghana. We are American lawyers anymore. So you judge sitting there, you are forcing people to believe what you believe. Hey, and the buga judgment to be a partner mutu din wo Ghana salo. Oh, I am tired of Ghana. Come kuma kurabo kuno. Achu kure yeboko e man bonsa kwasi asem. Ba men chama de bi. Na how did you know, Mr. Boafo? How did you know? So your judgment is all about perception. Hey, you are judging a case based on perception. You are basically judging this case based on perception because you know that somebody has to know. You are the alpha and omega. You know what everybody has to do. He knows to say you have to know. Hey, Judge Boafo, I love you, man. No homo. Hey, case no budu boni say nyanko pombe bubi a man kabi bia o. Mr. Boafo, emre no do na you do have na yeso ye de ginawa men ka so biasisi wo. Now dear house of folk any kotoko match pa na odi no house ado. Wan ka sa ufra santimemu e na udi kotoko ne house. Kese udi case udi game no. Penalty na ojine sa no. Oju penalty na center line. All right.